I live in an HOA. I put up an antenna 5 years ago and didn't ask for permission. Now, I know how to deal with HOAs. I really do because I've got some experience.
This side of the sidewalk is a city easement. If you go check the law, I've already checked on
We pay
it.
taxes on it.
So do I. I live on North Street.
We personally pay taxes.
I
on
personally
this
do for the city of
You
Portsmouth.
do
This
not
is
pay
easy.
taxes on this
Come on,
piece of property.
don't. Why are you doing this?
Because I was asked to.
By who and why?
I'm gonna read you.
Yeah, read me the email because it's ridiculous. Cause any trouble, but I'm not moving. You can call the police. You can get them here, okay? Because I'm not moving. I'm not moving because.
That was at the end of my street here in Portsmouth, Virginia. Across the street, or I should say across the walk from another HOA. And I knew my rights and kept going. I operated portable right on the harbor water and had to deal with it. Let's get back to my situation here. I live in a historic district, but I live on the top floor of an old home that was converted into condominiums. It was built in the 1800s, and I live in a really wonderful old historic neighborhood. Now, I've got a simple, just a vertical off the back on the fire escape. I'm using common sense here. I don't have a 4-element beam that everyone can see. And that's what I think everyone should have the right to do. You should have the right to put up something like that because honestly, I love my neighborhood. I respect my neighbors, and no one is complaining about this. But I'm going to lose that right, and I need you guys to help me. Really help me. There's a grassroots effort going on right now by the American Radio Relay League, the ARRL, and I need you to help me become a part of it. This is easy. If you're an American ham, you don't have to be an ARRL member to do this. They've made it easy for you. And I'll tell you what it's all about. I'll put my explaining glasses on here. The ARRL has launched a nationwide grassroots campaign aimed at securing the passage of federal legislations that would grant amateur radio operators the same rights to install antennas on their property as those enjoyed by TV antenna, wireless internet, flagpoles, etc. Hey, another thing I have up on my back out there on my fire escape. Yep, that's Starlink. I've got a Starlink satellite antenna as well. I don't want to lose that either. This legislation that they're bringing, this grassroots effort that they're bringing up before both the House and the Senate and they're bipartisan bills, so this isn't political, one side of the aisle or the other, is HR 1094, and it's also in the Senate as S459. And they are basically, it's called the Amateur Radio Emergency Preparedness Act. These two bills are going to help me not lose my antenna that's right out back here. I've got a humble little tiny shack here in a small little room in the back of my condo here. And I don't want this to go away. I want to be able to get on the radio and operate whenever I want to. And you should have that right too. Every American ham should have that right. So what I'm asking you to do, the league has set it up so easy to help pass the HOA legislation and eliminate the prohibitions that they're trying to put on us. They've set this up. All you have to do is go on the site. I'll put the links below. Type in your information, your call sign, where you're at, and your address, and they do all the work for you. They'll send a letter on your behalf to your local representatives, your senators, your representatives, asking them to help you and help us all support the bill to get things through so we can keep our rights. I've done this before, and yes, I did it for the AM radio, keep every radio and cars. I'm a big lover of AM radio, and I believe AM radio is an asset that will help us in an emergency if all else fails. And I've gotten replies back from my local representatives, and I know I've watched that bill move forward, and I think it's going to happen. We've got to do the same thing now with these bills for the HOA situation to help hams. We really do. Look, I don't know how you feel or what you feel, or I don't even care what you think of the American Radio Relay League. I take that back. I do care. They're awesome. They're spearheading this. This is why everyone should be, every American ham, and you don't even have to be an American. I use that. You don't have to be from the States to be a member of the ARRL. I'll put the link down below. Join. If you can't join, if you don't want to join, at least go and help the league support us all and get this bill passed so we can have, we can get rid of the HOA Karens and have our antennas. Once again, it's all common sense, guys. We all know that that there's nothing wrong, like you can see with my antenna, a little vertical on the back that no one notices. There's nothing wrong with that, and everyone should have the right to do something like that. But I really feel strongly on this, and I'm really asking you guys to please step up, no matter where you are. If you're an American, a U.S. ham, go below, just type in your info and click. The league is going to take care of it from there. That's what they are all about, and this is what it's all about. And you get these things in the mail, open them. This is for the spectrum. They're trying to save, when we try to lose some spectrum, the league is there. That's really what it's all about. It's not about a magazine or about somebody's book that they publish. Yeah, I've got a book with them, but it's really what the membership is all about, is the support we get at levels like this, and we need them to support us. So consider becoming a member. If you don't want to become a member of the league, at least jump in and be heard, and let's get rid of the HOA Karens and let's get our antennas up in the air. Anyway, thanks for listening to me, guys. Till next time, I'm Salty Walt, K4OGO. Stay salty. Let's get this bill passed.